justice, you don't get no peace. We don't get no justice, you don't get no peace. We don't get no justice, you don't get no peace.
If we don't get no justice,
you don't get no peace.
if we don't get no justice,
you don't get no peace.
if we don't get no justice.
Workers here are dealing with indecent wages, no benefits, or if there are, it's unaffordable. There is no job security. There is disrespect in the workplace, and quite literally, we have had enough. So if the airport, BWI Thurgood Marshall Airport, is coming looking for public money, there should be public benefits. There should be a living wage. There should be job security, like that. There should be no harassment or discrimination on the workplace, and there should be a right to have our voices heard, the right to organize.
We want justice, we won't wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. What we're fighting for.
5, 6, 7, 8.
We want justice, we won't wait.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Tell them what we're fighting for.
For me, I've noticed, I've really noticed a lot of temp workers, contract workers, and it's taken away the jobs of other employees. When they first opened, there were 480 direct workers. Now there's only 135 approximate workers. So the rest is temp workers.
Right.
And even for the temp workers, they could be offered some type of full-time position. They don't even have benefits. Seeing how it has affected those who've been working there for so many years, and to see people doing a job, like they're doing one job, but 3 people could be doing that job. You know what I mean? Working as a bellman and working as a concierge.
I was a concierge at this Hyatt right over here for 13 years. During my time here, the Hyatt progressively started giving me bell shifts. As a concierge, I made $15 an hour. They started scheduling me shifts as a bellman, but with no concierge on duty, so I worked in the same part of the hotel and did the same job. They would pay me $7.25 an hour for those shifts, regardless of business in the hotel. They did it whenever they wanted to. So they made it harder and harder for me to survive. The day that they terminated me, I was actually scheduled as a bellman. The hotel, which has 500 rooms, was full, and I was the only person working that evening on a Saturday night. And a guest complained because she could not get concierge service in a timely manner because I was helping another guest.
Is there a movement growing in Baltimore?
Definitely. There's been one in Baltimore for a long time. You look around, you see schools closing, rec centers closing, while the city itself, some parts of the city are actually booming, and getting new developers and new money is coming in. Like unemployment is really, really high. It's like over the national average. A lot of people there get state aid in order to supplement their income, or they actually get state aid for health insurance. Like labor movement was really powerful here when those plants were unionized and the union had a strong presence. People actually were living a lot better than they were living now. So the jobs were good. The jobs were people were making enough that they could actually send their kids to college, save up, go. They only needed to work one job, so they had, if the work was over, they could go out with friends and family. I do think that living standards in this city can actually go up because of development, but it doesn't happen that way. We could have a city where majority of people actually are able to work. The work that they're doing is actually able to support them. They're able to have more time to spend with their families, and that they have like they feel as if they have real options for when they graduate from school. It's us that's at stake. I mean, it's our children. It's that we want our lives to be in the next 20 years. We risk watching more and more schools get shut down, crime going up, kids like going out and going into high school and wondering what it is they can actually do, seeing that college is too expensive for them, so they have nothing, no place else to go after they graduate, or they go to jobs that pretty much pay them like such a small wage, just a stunted type of development that will just pervade every part of the city.
We're here today to take back our city. No more failed development. So what we're here today to do is to let the mayor know and any other politician know that we will not stand to be disrespected anymore in Baltimore City. You will no longer continue to get the taxpayers' dollars. You will no longer benefit off the backs of Baltimore City residents and build big developments in this city without the community being a part of that development.
Big developers are taking over our neighborhoods. They're taking over our city. They're making promises they knew they weren't going to keep. They knew they weren't going to keep these promises. They promised to build affordable housing. They promised to create jobs that pays a livable wage. $7.25 an hour is not a livable wage. You cannot live off of $7.25 an hour.
Go. Fair development needed now. Fair development needed now. Now it's time to take this town. Now it's time to take this town. Fair development needed now. Fair development needed now. Now it's time to take this town. Now it's time to take this town. Oh, 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 oh. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, I gotta go. Hey, thank y'all for your time, everybody.
In 1979, the Hyatt opened in Baltimore City after an agreement that it would never stand in the way of union organizing. Since the day the door opened, that agreement has not been honored. Talk about the resolution for a moment and congratulate the workers who came to testify, those who lost their jobs for organizing and had them restored by the National Labor Relations Board. This resolution, 1, calls on the Hyatt Hotel to enter into a labor peace agreement with their workers so that peace can reign, as in United Ireland, around that we call on the Hyatt and the Board of Estimates to enforce an existing agreement that the city has with the Hyatt Corporation to directly hire all employees, not through contract, and give them the pay and benefits they are earning. And finally, this resolution calls on the Board of Estimates not to amend any existing agreement with the Hyatt Regency until the Hyatt Regency approves and signs the labor peace agreement that is at the heart of the efforts of this council. Thank you.